This is the first time that I'm seeing so many people at a book release.
I've been such a huge fan of Mr. Bachchan.
I don't think there's any human being alive in this world who has genuinely received so much love from so many people for so many years. When I had my first event, when I first came back to India, I think it was about 12 years ago, 6 people came to it. We had organized the greatest exhibition of modern contemporary art that India has ever seen. The National Gallery of Modern Art, British Council, Max Muller Bhavan, Kemol Gallery, Pandol Gallery, Bharat Bhavan, Chitrakoot, Simrosa, so many. And the beauty of all great failures is that very few people are there to report about that failure. I think there are 2 witnesses to that failure. One of them is still here, I think Rupa Patel, and the other was my sister. And the other was a great artist, Akbar Padamsi, and another dear friend of mine, Rashmi Podar. We've traveled now nearly 14 years, trying to build a new kind of knowledge base, institutionalizing the whole role of art and culture in India's developmental framework, to make her believe that in the creative spirit, there is not just the ability of generating great knowledge, great love, great aesthetic sensibility, but also, more than anything else, and especially in today's world, where the very concept of materialism is fighting into every facet of daily life, to take on materialism and restructure it on terms of creativity. Not that creativity has to surrender to the material norms, but that materialism will serve the creative vision, the creative values, the values that respect experimentation, to break the rules, a fearlessness of the mind, a great desire to all the time absorb everything this world throws at us, to live every corner of this world as if it is part of our home. Nothing in this world is not part of us. And to have that ability to continuously take forward whatever the world throws at us. And slowly India is beginning to come to terms with that within the creative world, within the creative discipline, we can restructure materialism, material institutions, to make them serve a much larger vision, to take on poverty, inequality, injustice. But it's a long journey. 20 years, 30 years is the minimum one has to plan. When I came back, I genuinely came back with a 30-year plan. I'm in my 9th, 10th year. And in 10 years, all you can do is build a platform. You can build a platform where people may listen to you. People may trust, and people may say, I will also put my passion in this journey. I also share the same values as you do. We may not agree. Egos may at times come between us. But there is more commonness between us than there is difference. And from the fine arts, which was a very small, exclusive, elitist world, the vision was, how do you integrate the fine arts, cinema, architecture, literature, poetry, philosophy, and create a new developmental vision, which is financially independent. Never take a penny from the government, never take 1 rupee of donation, never take even 1 rupee of sponsorship. 10 years, when I began Oceans, it was 10 rupees. We started with 10 rupees. Today, it's nearly 1,000 crores. Never once, I promise you, never once in 9 years have we focused on earning money. We never set a budget. In 9 years, Oceans has never had a budget. We believe that if you create knowledge and you share knowledge systematically with the world, the love will come. And from that love, participation. And from that participation, respect. And from that respect, wealth will follow. Wealth is a simple byproduct of knowledge being shared with the world. There is no other source of wealth. The question is, can you sustain your creative knowledge building processes without compromising yourself, without breaking your integrity? That is what Oceans essentially has tried to do in these 9 years. And nothing gives me greater pleasure than to honor an individual who I've not known him personally before, but all of us have lived Mr. Bachchan through us in many ways. And the one remarkable quality which stands in my understanding of him is that I don't think there's any human being alive in this world who has genuinely received so much love from so many people for so many years, systematically, and absorbed it with such grace and humility. That is a God's gift. It's very easy at times to give love. It is far, far more difficult to accept that love, and that also from strangers who you may never meet, you will never see eye to eye. In that sense, that ability to absorb love, restructure it, energize the world as an individual, what he has done, hopefully Oceans as an institution will try to do. I'm not sure whether we will succeed, but the one thing that the world needs more than ever before, it's a 6,000-year-old journey, but we still need it as if it was new. The ability to bring love into a process of creating material institutional frameworks. And it is most difficult. The way you have to build management frameworks, your financial guidelines, the lack of informality, you have to bring discipline from within. You cannot impose structures. Those structures have to come from each individual who long to be part of that journey. To give that freedom to the individual and expect them to discipline is one of the most difficult journeys India has to take forward. She hasn't built great institutions. She truly has not been able to empower all of us to become this so-called, what we claim to be a superpower. And we all know we are far from it. But hopefully one day, if we can bring our love together, support those who need that support, take it forward with a different kind of energy, a different kind of freedom from financial obligations, because we take on those obligations ourselves as creative individuals. And we re-institutionalize that responsibility. It's possible. Oceans is a living proof of that possibility, of that idealism. And I really hope that all of you, many of you have very funny impressions of Oceans, that we are this and we are that, and I am this and I am that, and God knows about myself. But about Oceans, I can say truly, it's an institution built with great integrity, great passion, and great vision for India and her people. And I hope one day we will be able to absorb all of us on this journey and make all of our lives much better. Thank you very much, ladies.